One small town tale hasn't had an ending until now. One of the first Black River Falls businessmen is finally being recognized permanently. As News 8 Now's Dua Israr explains, it took 80 years and some work by the entire community.
In a small town,
people can live in a community their entire life and not really know much.
Some stories are passed down from generation to generation.
There's thousands of stories in those communities.
You'll find others hidden behind stacks of files and newspaper clippings.
He sort of pieced his story together from that.
Historian Paul Reichen's father was a Lutheran pastor in the 1960s.
He had an elder parishioner named Chris Olson.
Officiant Thorwald Reichen spoke at the funeral for Olson's wife, creating a bond between the two men. As a kid, Reichen spent many years at Olson's home.
He never told me the story of Ging. My father did, though.
Ging, the Chinese laundryman.
He became very well known in the community. He was a very kind man who worked very hard.
The story of the only Chinese laundryman of Black River Falls would remain a tale to Reichen for several years.
He signed his...
Until he had a conversation with the historian at Black River Falls Library, Mary Woods.
In those 28 years, there's probably not a story that has touched my lives more than the story of Ging.
A story without an end.
When I asked where is Yep buried, said he's buried in an unmarked grave.
The unmarked grave and the tale tied to it inspired Woods and Reichen to fill in the blanks.
He was one of the first businessmen downtown to have a gramophone, so he wanted to have music playing when people came in.
Ging's story a puzzle.
Yep was known for liking the winter sun.
Pieced together word by word.
He just became more alive to us.
But that wasn't the end for Woods and Reichen. It was making sure
that Ging will never be forgotten.
Donations from the community placed Ging's name where it belongs.
And I'm sure the sun is shining on him.
The tale of the Chinese laundryman spans generations.
I did know Chris as a young man. My own father died 9 years ago. So certainly I was feeling nostalgic as I did it.
And nearly 80 years later,
nobody should be forgotten. Nobody.
The final chapter of this small town tale is etched in stone. Reporting in Black River Falls, Dua Israr, News 8 Now.
A fantastic community effort.